Never fast draw, fan, spin cock, try and do a triple shot, anything with live ammo. I'm a professional. Well, not really, but I am a legend in my own mind, so I can do it.
All these people talking about the recoil of the 458 to 375, they're either drama queens or they got a little bit of sissy in them.
You son of a bitch!
Alright, so on my last video I was talking about why I carried this for EDC, everyday carry, and a lot of people, I guess, just assume because I do a lot of revolver videos that I don't like semi-automatics or I don't own semi-automatics. Here's one of the semi-automatics I have. I've carried this thing for a while in the past. Here's my 10mm. I've carried this one for a while in the past. My 45 ACP, carried this one in the past. So I do like semi-autos, and I do shoot semi-autos somewhat frequently. I don't know if it's my age, the type of movies I grew up watching when I was real young. I just prefer revolvers. I've carried this. This I carry quite a bit in the winter time. It's a little bigger frame. It's a Colt, but it's about the size of a K-frame. This is great from when I'm working outside and it's really cold out and I got heavy gloves on in that. You don't have to worry about getting your finger in the trigger guard. Fit special, 38 special. And then, like I said, this one. This is, I would say 90% of the time, this is the gun I carry. I like it. 357 Magnum's not my favorite round, but this gun is small enough, compact enough. I prefer to carry appendix style. Not saying that appendix is the best way to carry, nothing else. It's perfectly safe. I've been carrying appendix style every day for probably the last 10 years, unless I carry like this, and then that goes kind of on my hip, behind my hip. Same thing with this one, same thing with this one. They're too big to carry appendix style. So, and that's why I don't carry a semi-automatic, is I've had compact semi-autos too, nothing against them, but even your compact semi-autos, the grip's real thick like that, you know, double stack, it's not as thin as that. It's just not gonna be. So I just find it, this is the easiest to carry. I don't pocket carry because if I'm sitting in the truck, it's going to be hard to get in my pocket to get it out. With that being appendix style, it's just right there. I can pull it if I need it. Also, when I'm working, if I'm climbing up and down telephone poles and I got all my safety equipment on and my belt on that, I cannot reach in my pocket. My pocket's covered up with everything. Where appendix style, it's above everything. It's right there where I can grab it. So that's why I carry it. It's not that I'm a revolver snob or the mayor of Boomerville or the FUD King, as some of you called me. It's just, this is the easiest I've found to carry. It's very light. It works. It does exactly what I need it to do. No complaints. The only thing I would prefer is if this was a bigger caliber, like 44 Special or 45 Colt. And I've yet to find a 45 Colt or a 44 Special that size. I did have a Bulldog years ago, Charter Arms Bulldog, one of the originals from the 70s, and it's pretty close to that size. Mine had a 3-inch barrel, I think, was on it. If I ever find another one, the old 70s style, I would probably shorten the barrel to 2 inches, and then it would be very, very close to this size. I would probably carry that, just because I don't think that there's nothing wrong with 38 Special Plus P. People have been defending themselves carrying it for years. Same thing with 357 mag, same thing with 9mm. I just prefer 45 Colt. That's what I shoot the most. That's what I'm the most familiar with, what I really I enjoy. It's probably my favorite revolver cartridge. And then next in line is probably the 44 Special. And like I said, that all comes down to personal preference. Just because I prefer something or somebody else prefers something doesn't mean it's the best, it's the end all to beat all. There's people that claim that this is better than anything out there for killing bears, that round, 10mm. As a big fan of the 10mm and it actually being my absolute favorite semi-automatic pistol cartridge, it would absolutely be the last cartridge, not the last, but it's definitely not in my top 5 that I would carry for bear if I was in an area where there was grizzly bears or anything else. And it's not putting a 10mm down. The 10mm is proven to be a man stopper. If I was in areas where I was dealing with 2-legged predators, wouldn't think twice about grabbing a 10mm. I just want a little bigger bullet, hitting, you know, and speed isn't everything in my opinion. I've killed a lot of deer with a 44 Special. You guys have probably seen the sheep hanging on the wall. I've killed deer with it and that. 44 Special is just, it's a good man stopper round. You don't have to have, in my opinion, again, my opinion, just from shooting deer, which are close to man-sized animal, you know, man-size as far as animals go in Michigan, I have found that 44 Special, 45 Colt, I've had excellent results with stopping when hunting with them, and they're, in my opinion, with the 44 Special with like a buffalo boar round, absolutely would be fine for even up to grizzly bear. Same thing with the 45 Colt with the right load. It'll do anything you need it to do. And because you guys see a lot of the cowboy type videos I do on that, I shoot a lot of 45 Colt. So for me to have a concealed carry size gun like this in 45 Colt, that would be perfect to me. I'm trying to say it without offending anybody, but so anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that I am not, everybody should only have a revolver. You should absolutely carry. I know a good friend of mine who carries, I think he just changed, but I'll bet you for 15 years, maybe closer to 20 years, all he carried was a full-size 1911 45 ACP, and he was perfectly content with that, and he was able to wear it well, hide it well, and it just worked for him. I just found that when I'm in the truck, if I'm carrying it back here, it's hard to get to. So for me, appendix carry was just, I found it the easiest, no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing. Appendix seems to be, I can get to it the fastest. But it doesn't matter how you carry or what you carry, you have to train with it. I stop at least once a week and shoot this thing. I shoot at least 2 cylinders out of it every week. I practice pulling, shoot, because in a high stress situation, you want it to be natural. You just want to be able to pull, shoot. You don't want to have to think about it. When I carried this, because of the safety right here, I had to always remember to train to flip that safety off. Same thing with the 1911s. It was one more step I had to remember, and that's another reason why I like revolvers. It comes out of the holster, pull the trigger. That's all I got to remember. And then I just think in a high stress situation, for me, I just like to be able to pull, point, shoot, not have to think about anything else. So, like I said, it's not that I don't like semi-autos. I've always had a fascination with revolvers. And it's probably because I grew up watching the old westerns. I grew up as a teenager watching Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rambo. Alien vs. Predator came out when I was grown. Predator, I think, came out when I was pretty much grown. But all the Chuck Norris movies, I mean, I grew up watching that stuff. Action guys, back in the 80s, everybody had an Uzi. I have an Uzi in my collection. I've got ARs, I've got AKs, I've got SKSs, I've got all kinds of stuff. Elephant guns, all that stuff. But revolvers and lever action rifles, cowboy guns, so to speak, that's my favorites. So hope everybody has a great day. I got some possible videos coming in the future of some reviews of different guns, so hopefully that works out and I'll be able to share them with you. See you on the flip side.